Welcome to this episode of The Kitchen Warrior. I am Chef Melvin, and today we're going to be making a Peking style pulled pork. My list of ingredients is as follows: white pepper, Chinese 5 spice, soy sauce, white vinegar, cinnamon sticks, anise star, ginger, garlic, chili, brown sugar, sesame oil, hoisin sauce, soybean sauce, and maltose. I'll show you what to do with that a little bit later. And don't forget the main ingredient, pork. To make our brine from the original ingredients that I show you, we're gonna use the vinegar, the cinnamon, the stars, all the peppers, half the sugar, garlic, and ginger. We're gonna place that into this hot water, and we're gonna cool that, and that's where we're gonna brine this pig. I'm going to begin by dissolving the vinegar into the water to begin to make less rum. Anise stars, cinnamon sticks, chili peppers, half of my brown sugar, should be about a half a cup, maybe a whole cup, I'm not sure. Here's some garlic that we flattened, and ginger. Now that we've allowed it to boil for about 10 minutes, we're gonna pull it out and we're gonna set it here so that it cools down. We're now going to make the marinade. We are going to take the soy sauce first, liquid. Put it right here. We're going to take another liquid, hoisin sauce. Hey, make sure you get every last bit of it. And I mean it. That's your money right there. All right, next. We're gonna take the paste, because it's liquid, simplifies liquid. All right, we're gonna take the oil as well. Drop it in that. Just wait a minute, be patient. Every drop counts. All right, so we're gonna end up with something like this. To that, we're gonna take the garlic. Hold it. The ginger. We're gonna take the vinegar. White pepper. Chinese 5 spice. You better look this one up. You'd be surprised all the stuff that goes in there. And brown sugar. Now you say, Chef, why are we not using water? Well, it's a marinade. Whatever you put this in is going to ooze out liquid of its own. So that's why we're not doing that. Let's taste it, see if it's harmonious. Should be done with a spoon, but I'm at home. Fabulous. I think this marinade is gonna work. It's gonna work for me, and it's gonna work for you. So the pig has been marinating for hours. Let us see what it looks like. This is that basting solution that we did earlier. You can see there is a change in color inside the pig. We're producing layers of flavor now. Let us remove it and hang it to dry for a moment. We're going to poke some holes so that we can put this on a hook. Right about here, in the back of the ankle. Place a knife and do a cut like that, all the way. Just like that, so that you can run a hook through it. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Right here, at the ankle, cut, There you go. All right, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna hang it. Put some hooks on it. Let's see what it looks like. One. And that's two. We're gonna let this pig dry by just hanging here. Pig is dried, pretty much drained, really good. You can feel the skin is starting to get a little bit tougher. Very nice. So here is our marinade that we made. And now we're going to begin by rubbing the inside of it. Some in the inside. Okay, keep on going, don't stop. Chef, this is supposed to be Peking pork. That's not the way you do it. We're going in this direction. We want to add flavor to the inside of this meat as much as possible because of the weight of it. This is not a duck that weighs 3 or 4 pounds. This thing weighs actually like 25 pounds easily. All right. We are going to do all the process. Just stick around with me and you'll get a chance to see it. This is day 2 of making the Peking style pork. Here with the Kitchen Warrior LLC.com. So we're gonna take some string like this, some butcher twine. Put one there. One back here. And we're going to try to close this cavity so the marinating stays inside. All right, and this will be going to the freezer and it will be there for at least 24 hours, marinating while the skin dries out really good and it gets the flavors that we're looking for. One way or another, this is going to be a fabulous recipe. I know it and you know it because you're watching. Now I'm supposed to poke holes into it and I looked for the device everywhere. I could not find a meat tenderizer. So guess what? I had to improvise and make my own. All right, let's poke some holes into this. Get a little closer. We're gonna lay some plastic down. Then we're gonna lift the pig, place it in here and begin wrapping it. We'll do this several times. We want this to be nice and neat. And one more time. This one is ready to go in the freezer. We're gonna carry it here together and we're gonna keep going on this wonderful recipe of Peking pork with the Kitchen Warrior LLC.com. We're gonna place this in the freezer. Make sure that the belly is up. All right. So 24 hours turned into several weeks just because that's the way it works. Life happened. And so the pig had been in the freezer now for these 3 weeks. As you can see, the beautiful flowers in the background tells the story. So we defrosted it. It smells wonderful. You smell the 5 spices. You can smell the ginger. You smell hoisin. It's wonderful. I am going to untie it and we're going to hang it so that we can blanch the skin in the outside with vinegar water. All right, let's untie this pig. Cut all the strings. Should give it mobility again. All right, so we are going to add half a gallon of vinegar to about 3 gallons of water. And this is going to be the solution we're going to use to baste this pig in the outside for a crispier skin. By applying this water with vinegar, we're removing the sugars that were accumulated in the outside of the marinating. This will tighten the skin so that it doesn't burn from excess amounts of sugar. It will dry and it will become crispier and more clean. We now have 1 cup of warm water in this bowl, and we're going to add maltose to it. This maltose is a very thick syrup. Can you see it? All right, so we're going to pour some of the syrup right here. I'm going to use my trusty tongs because I don't have a spoon. And I think this would be about good enough. We're going to add a little dab more. We're going to dilute this until it becomes a very sweet water. This is going to add a layer of like a candy over the top of it. Unlike the marinade, which would burn, this here is going to make the skin almost like candy. But we have to be very careful how we apply it and the temperatures that we use when we are baking the pig so that we don't overdo it. We're going to brush it on. Just like varnish. All right, we are now ready to roast this pig. I think the pan may be a little bit small. We'll have to do some improvisation. All right. So we're going to use some of this foil right here. We're going to cover it, and around about 2 hours from now, we're going to uncover it. We're going to check the internal temperature, which has to be 165. Don't you forget that one. And this is how we're going to improvise the covering of the pig. We'll wrap the legs. We don't want nothing to burn. We do want some of the steam to escape. Slowly. Into the oven it goes. We're going to check the temperature, the internal temperature. We're going to find the thickest part of the pig. 167. We're good. 169. Excellent. Let us taste this pig, Kitchen Warrior style. It is fantastic. A recipe to keep. I am Chef Melvin, the Kitchen Warrior. Thank you for watching.